Hello heroes, Joe Smith here. Today Joe Smith wanted to do just a little quick review and talk about this steel chainsaw. Well, okay, hold on just a sec. The camera will not zoom out any further, and there's a couple workbenches behind Joe Smith here, so can't step back any further really. So, but here's the rest. Hold on, you're still going. Got some more of it coming. Still got some more coming of the chainsaw. Hold on, not done yet. Not done yet. Hold on. There's more. Hold on. Be patient, guys. There's more here. So, hold on just a sec. So yeah, there you go. Yeah. Well, let's see. Try. Can't zoom out any further here, but back up a little bit. So there's a shop stool, there's a tool cabinets and file cabinet there. So there you go. That just trying to get the whole saw in one picture here. But yeah, this is a steel 088 Magnum. Haven't checked. Don't know if they have any like bigger versions nowadays. At the time, this one's about 20 years old actually. At the time, this was the granddaddy of them all. This was the biggest mother effer steel had. But only they had a 4-foot bar option. This is a 3-foot bar option, the 36. They had a 48-inch option at the time. So could have got a little bit longer bar. Otherwise, this was top of the line for steel 20 years ago. This thing weighs something like 40 pounds. 6.5 horsepower, 36-inch bar, super aggressive chain. This thing will cut a tree. And then some. If you ain't careful, it'll cut your goddamn legs off. Got the size of them tree spikes there. So yeah, Joe Smith bought this and a few other chainsaws because he worked doing some tree cutting with tree service for a little while. It's like a contractor and bought his own saws. Joe Smith actually used to climb trees and cut them down and stuff like that. Cut some big trees and cut up trees that fell in storms. Still kind of got this on hand, and the others use them for like emergency use, first responder, search and rescue, storm cleanup. Used for that. Like the tree that fell in the road a year ago that Joe Smith was talking about. Took the tractor out, helped clean up. Next day went back and pushed it into the ditch or that, but then went back the next day and cut it up with this. So 6.5 horsepower. 20 years ago, this was $1,500 with a 36-inch bar. So not sure what current pricing is now. Yeah, Joe Smith bought this cash when he was like 23 or 24. With all that money he doesn't have, according to these people that Joe Smith tries to rent shop space to, or hire to wash his 19 cars and trucks. Or tries to hire to mow his yard with one of his $15,000 lawnmowers. But, you know, If you want a chainsaw, you cannot go wrong with steel. Every single chainsaw they have. Swear to God, when it comes to chainsaws, it's steel or it's nothing. Steel is real, and if you want a chainsaw, you get steel. If you're serious about cutting wood, if you get steel. If you're a professional, you get steel. Not saying that, well, Husqvarna used to make some good stuff, but then after they kind of got bought out and went into the box stores, have a lot lower end stuff, not as good, and there aren't really any dealers that carry the higher end stuff anymore because they don't want to compete with Home Depot. But still, not available at Lowe's, not available at Home Depot, not available at Wally World. Have to go through a steel dealer. Joe Smith does service and repairs on steel, but not sales. Partners with a local steel dealership for sales or that. But they have a lot of smaller, cheaper saws. Got like a MS-170 and 018C or MS-180 now. They kind of, instead of doing the like zero number or old number, they kind of did the MS. So 018 is the MS-180, 017 is MS-170. The 088 is like a MS-188 or something now. But man, got some great stories to tell you someday about this saw and out using it. And even the other saws and tree cutting experience. I have to maybe do some more videos just talking about past stories, cutting trees and stuff, and some close calls had and climbing them. But this will definitely make a man out of you. Try and run it. Takes a man to run it. Takes a man just to start it. So Smith let some friends try to start it, and they could not start it. They could not pull it hard enough. Even with the decompression valve up here, you gotta pull it hard. I mean, Joe Smith is just lost a little bit of weight here past couple months on his new diet, but still like 6'4", 280 or 275, and has to have it sitting on the ground and just really jerk the crap out of it with the decompression valve. It is hard to start. You gotta be a big, strong man to start this thing, and it is heavy, and just run it for half an hour will wear you out. But luckily, it's pretty easy to run actually. If you got a tree that's already laying on the ground, just go ahead and dig the spikes into it a little bit and pull the trigger and just let or you don't even really have to dig the spikes in, just kind of get it started. And you can basically just hold on to it one hand and just let the weight of the motor pull it down through the tree trunk that's laying on its side as it's cutting. And it'll just cut and spit everything out, and then the weight of it will pull itself through. So once you get started, if the tree's already down, the tree's on the side, you can start cutting it and then get to where you can just kind of stand back casually with one hand here and let the weight of the saw pull itself through the tree. It's actually kind of nice and really easy to use sometimes. Joe Smith volunteered for a Lions Club haunted house for 3 years, and several years ago, right when he first got this, used a couple smaller saws the first 2 years, but then got this and show up there for the third year, and they're like, holy shit, you ain't going to use that, are you? And didn't even have the chain on, of course, and didn't have the chain on the other ones. They're like, no, you can't use that here, that's too goddamn scary. Even with the chain on, it's like, that's just too goddamn scary, they said. Go back to using your smaller saw. But yeah, lots of great memories. had a tree that fell down in a storm, like a hickory tree. The base of it was like 6 foot diameter. It fell on the one side of one yard, and then the top of it was on the other side of the next yard. And these were like $1 million houses with half-acre yards that end up hauling off like several dump truck loads of wood and stuff, and spent a few days cutting up with a couple other guys. It's just a huge, massive tree, like 6 foot diameter, uprooted during a storm. It had it as probably one of the only times, or 2 times, that was not able to cut through the whole tree from one side. Actually had to cut through on one side and had to go the other side, cut through on the other side to cut it up. And then loaded the trunk sections up with the Kubota tractor into the F550 dump truck and hauled them off. But, you know, if you're going to be doing some serious cutting, definitely get a steel. And if you're going to go above and beyond some serious cutting, the 088 or MS180 probably is now, or one of those that's up around there. Going to be the best of the best of the best you can possibly get. Don't know current pricing, but this was $1,500 with a 36-inch bar about 20 years ago. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. Oh, and Tommy boy, how long is your bar? Joe Smith signing out.